haven't figured out what I'm doing yet.
Is the address there?
Thank you very much.
Alors c'est dur à comprendre, c'est dur. C'était à appréhender.
Is the address there?
I insist very to have a Danish cartoon. I sign for you?
Yes, please. Oh my God, the band walks. Can you go through that PDF and take some out? I can't. No, I think it's fine.
Actually,
Mr. Henry?
he's up there.
Okay, okay.
I have record.
You should be in the Guinness Book of Records of closed newspapers.
Turn towards the center. And we're going to make room in the center for the Secretary General, who should be arriving in a matter of... We don't know. Thank you.
We have to face the fact that sometimes there is tension, if not contradiction, between different values which in themselves are equally precious. In the present case, we find it between freedom of expression and respect for the beliefs and feelings of others.
Do I wake up each morning and approach that day's cartoon with the purpose of promoting peace? Well, no, not directly. But I do, as most of my colleagues do, try to put a spotlight on the inequalities and injustices in this world. Editorial cartoonists speak out for the ordinary person by holding our leaders accountable and exposing their hypocrisies and motives.
I never demonize any leader. Never. Should he be an international terrorist or a dangerous dictator? Images have power, and it's too easy to go too far.
We have to be very hard to make our job. We have to be very sensitive, very direct, very natural to express our what we have in the body. It is our thing, and we express our what we have in the body.
On a à s'interroger, nous dessinateurs du monde de l'Ouest, sur le politiquement correct qui s'installe un peu partout, où on voit bien qu'il y a des choses qu'on ne peut pas forcément bien dessiner. Avec Mike Lukovic, on discutait l'autre jour, par exemple dessiner un black, c'est de plus en plus difficile, c'est-à-dire que maintenant le black il va devenir de plus en plus white. À la fin on va faire des dessins complètement fades, et donc il faut se bouger.
Any organization would welcome with open arms this idea of cartooning for peace, because once again, these cartoonists are not cynical. They are very much looking for ways to show, to contribute to peace, and to show that they're responsible journalists, which they indeed are. And what's more, they're funny. That's really what's important. They're funny.
When I awake in the morning, I am not against Muhammad, against my God. No, not a problem. I want to draw what is on the earth, not up on the cloud. And I was like a proverb, je ne dois pas dessiner Muhammad. I don't must to draw Muhammad. I don't must to draw Muhammad. And at the end, it is a cartoon like that. And every readers of my newspaper, Le Monde, oh, it's very fine because I don't know who is that. It is not a problem. But I remember one reader said to me, oh, perhaps it's Leonardo da Vinci. And I said, yes, it's good. Because we can express, we have no border to express our work. And I remember I make also Leonardo da Vinci and express, no, be quiet, Muhammad, it is my auto-portrait. And he was afraid. And
Let's go. So you've broken a taboo.
We've broken a taboo, right.
This has been... what about the cartoonists who drew the Muhammad cartoons? Are they being ostracized?
They're still undercover, some of them. But they're more or less... well, personally, they don't want to talk about it anymore. Because they've been through so many unpleasantnesses, especially the press. They've been hunted by the press rather than by any Muslim extremist.
This is also one thing people, should know. That, it's not like they were drawn, published tomorrow, and then.
No, it was all.
It was very orchestrated.
It was all rigged, orchestrated.
Yeah,
rigged.
so
the whole campaign wasn't aimed at scourging Islam or lampooning the Prophet. It was aimed at people Europeans exercising self-censorship. So the paper tried to test the rumors of self-censorship to see whether Danish cartoonists also imposed self-censorship on themselves.
And in my case, I'm Buddhist, and I feel very free to criticize Buddhist. And for me, the Buddha is very, very big, and I'm very, very little. I can never hurt him, really hurt him. My cartoon is nothing for him. I think like that.
When an artist draws a cartoon, you have your own idea and your own interpretation, but you have all these interpretations once it is drawn, once it is out there. And that artists, we can always claim copyright to our cartoons, but we can't really claim copyright for the interpretations.
Comme dirait Dilem, le dessinateur algérien, il dit bon moi je peux vous faire plein de dessins sur Mahomet. Lui il s'en fout, il est pas du tout, il va pas du tout à la mosquée. Il peut en faire 15. Alors bon, ça fera 50 morts au Pakistan. Il y aura 13 morts en Libye. Il y en aura peut-être 5 ou 6 en Indonésie. Et alors, on sera content. On aura dit toutes nos... On sera un peu lâché contre Mahomet qui ne nous a rien fait, on ne le connaît pas. Et puis on aura fait bobo là où on n'a pas vraiment envie de faire bobo. Là où on a envie d'être hargneux, c'est contre l'invasion des territoires occupés. On a envie d'être hargneux contre le Hamas, quand le Hamas dérape, quand le Hamas fait des déclarations antisémites. On a envie d'être hargneux contre Al-Qaïda, contre le Hezbollah, contre toutes les formes d'intolérance. Et puis être hargneux aussi contre nos petites sociétés occidentales bien confortables.
It's true, this morning we got up and we didn't know whether we wanted to burn the flag or get married. Luckily there was a security camera watching us, or heaven knows what we would have done. This cartoon was not even put in the book that I did recently. A publisher said to leave it out, but I thought I would bring it here for you today. When the subject turns to war, as one editor told me about 2 months ago, they didn't want to see any dead bodies.
Everything is the same lies, the same division of the country, half and half. I mean, in Vietnam, everybody hated everybody else. Families all split up. Except now it's Republicans, then it was Democrats. That's the difference. That's the difference. Well, the Americans think they can't lose because they have so much machinery, so much guns and planes. I think we will leave. We'll just leave. Helicopter off the roof.
Once again.
Once again, yeah. Something else to drink.
From what I heard from my colleagues, a lot of them, although not necessarily told they weren't supposed to do cartoons that were criticizing our government, felt they needed to kind of pull back. So there was a lot of flag waving. I wrote a few pieces on this. I wasn't very happy to see that, because I think that our role is to criticize our government. I mean, that is what a free press does. You know, we're not supposed to be cheerleaders. That is not our role.
Whatever goodness comes out of America is because most people are prevented from having complete control over what goes on. So I think that if you're going to do a cartoon or write an editorial or a column or anything, it should be done as quickly as possible after the issue, as strongly as possible.
I drew this cartoon on the 11 or 13, and I imagined the future. And our job is to imagine always the future.
The only limit should be our conscience. Now, can we define what is a conscience? Is a human conscience the same elsewhere or all over the Rhine? I'm not sure. But I think there's a very large common ground in which most of human beings can understand.
When I am in the street and I see the woman like that, I see not only that, I see the eyes, and the eyes are looking at me, and after I mixed, and all our job is to mix two ideas, three ideas with an image, and we have to be very careful. If I want to publish this cartoon in my newspaper, I have to be very careful, and we have to explain our job.
Basically, I try not to draw blood. I keep this for a very extreme situation. But I had the newspapers in front of my eyes, and they were full of blood, of pictures of what happened. And I say, who am I to censor the reality? And in a matter of fact, what I want to say by this is that reality is much cynical and cruel, much more than our works ourselves. We just try to give sort of reflection on it. But reality is the problem, not cartoon.
Thank you.